Alright, welcome back.
I'll go ahead.
Okay. Greetings! I'd be voice acted for this part, but screw that! The Stag Lord's fort has been revealed, and she keeps trying to talk me up. I'm really getting sick of this lady. Let's see. Which option should I go with? Hey, Corellis. Hey, more cowbell. No one will ever harm you. I'll be nice to her. Huh. We'll be nice. We'll be nice. Show me your wares. What do we have to sell? Offer. Hello, upon a time. Hello, Cashel. What do we got here? Quarterstaff, Estoc. +2 AC. +2 int. We must kill her immediately, Corrales. Stab. No, she's evil. I mean, I've already said this. But we're gonna play idiot. You gotta play in character. You gotta be like, she's evil. No, she's fine. No, she's evil. No, but you're a moron. Damn, that's what I thought. Okay. I mean, I guess we can do it ourselves? Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't change the effort. Yeah, we did manage to finally get the portrait thing working. Which is funny, because after manually editing the save file and adjusting the custom portrait ID formats manually by editing the JVon file directly, someone was like, hey, you know, there's a mod to just do that. I was like, okay, let's just do that then. Hi, Jaludo. What's up? So that's a deflection bonus. That's a dodge bonus. So why is it not stacking? That's an armor bonus. Why is the dodge bonus not working? Like, I'm actually confused about that. Oh, it's against ranged attacks, that's why. And only against ranged attacks. Let's go ahead and give that to her. Well, no, because it was a dodge. Like, unless Pathfinder is different from 3.5, it's, you know, there's hotkeys, or not hotkeys, keywords, there we go, keywords for different type of bonuses. You know, there's armor bonus, there's natural armor bonus, there's dodge bonus, there's deflection bonus, there's magical bonus, and I think that's actually it. Then there's Seened. Now, the Seened bonus, that gives you a lot of additional AC, but it doesn't stack with anything else. That's the catch. You have to take Seened AC or nothing else. And that's just a problem right there. For example, thank you very, very much, Seened. As always, I am greatly appreciative of your support. Thank you. And you're getting close to that 2-year mark. It's kind of weird how many people we have at or approaching the 2-year mark. As always, if there's any future streams that you're interested in seeing, you'd like to put that towards, anything that catches your interest, just let me know. Otherwise, I will have to devour your very soul. And honestly, I'm not that hungry right now. I just had a taco for breakfast, so it's not the greatest taco. It was taco. +1 AC for 21 months. It'll be +2 AC in 3 months. Hi, Adam. I can't decide who I want to give int to. I'm really torn on this. Let's give it to her. Let's give it to her. And let's give that to her, too, actually, while we're at it, since she's rooging it up. Okay. Oh, God. Now, Jump Garage. His bonuses do stack, but that's because his bonuses aren't to AC at all. His bonuses are to Dexterity. And you might think, why Dexterity? To which I respond, Spyro. Seriously, have you ever seen a speedrunner play Spyro? It's actually kind of insane. Don't worry, I will be playing it substantially slower. Not really because I want to be, but because I will be physically incapable of going that speed. Sigh, you seen. But I will put that towards Judgment, and I'll put that towards Spyro. Thank you very much, Garage. Junk Garage. As always, much appreciated. Funnily enough, I don't think I've played Spyro either. Actually, that's true. I think I have. But it has been such a long time. Like, I'm pretty sure I played Spyro, the original Spyro. I'm like 99% certain I played that game when it came out. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. What am I doing? I guess we could just go after the dude. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I guess we could try the swarms again. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I mean, I've given my opinion on the old 3D games many times, and I stand by that opinion. The old 3D games are old. I think most of the PS1 and the N64 games haven't aged well. And I think that about virtually all of them. Okay.
I feel tired.
What? Already? Fine, we'll take a nap. Funnily enough, I remember being completely blown away by Mario 64 when it came out, seemed. It's actually funny. The Lore Runner suddenly awakes inside a house. Dogs are howling fiercely not far away. It smelled like burning. The wood walls were streaming hot and the smoke was wreathing beneath the city. He looked out the window. Lore Runner's skin felt cold. He heard the murmur of the water and the soft lapping of the waves. After opening his eyes, he saw a rocky river bottom and a bloated body tangled in green water weeds. The drowned man's empty gaze was fixed upon him. Shrike River. Well, that's the Thorn River. Go for it, Blue Wolf Alex, because I can think of one off the top of my head. Soten. I think Soten has aged quite well. There's the Shrike River. That depends on whom you ask, Adam. If you asked me, I would say no. I don't think it has. Even the remaster didn't clean up the UI, which means it still has the same issues that the original did. However, I do think the content of Baldur's Gate is worth trying to slog through the UI for, even despite, you know, being a person who doesn't care for it that much. So, care for the UI, I mean. Hi, Takoida. Hello, Zalok. I guess that makes sense, Leander. Oh, I know, Seed. It's just, it's so weird. Because I don't think we're at a point, I don't want to sound like in my day, but I think we're at a point now where people who are, you know, getting into video gaming new nowadays basically can't understand what we went through when we went from the jump from the NES to the SNES, and from the SNES to the PS1 and the N64. You know? Like, those were just such huge lurches forward in terms of technology, in terms of what the games were capable of, in terms of what the design was, etc., etc. I'm not saying that new games aren't great. I'm not saying that people can't appreciate new games, but it's just there was something unique about going from sand to water, right? Yeah, Mode 7. I remember the first time I saw Mode 7 and being like, oh my god, that was incredible. How is that a thing? Holy crap. See, I don't think FF7 or 8, honestly, have aged particularly well. I can't... I don't know if I can comment on Legend of Dragoons. I'll leave that to the side. Metal Gear Solid... I'm going to pass on that one, too. Oh, that makes sense, Dakota. Crash... I've never actually played Crash 2 or 3, so I can't comment on those. Spyro, again, Bloody Roar, I don't even know what that is. Soten I will give you. I agree with Soten. Hi, Platty. Oh, cute, Dakota. Well, let's see if we can do this, shall we?
Our duty calls.
Good morning, Blackfile. Let's set ourselves up first. I'm pretty sure I never played Saga Frontier 2. Well, as I say, I have played Crash 1, which I don't think has aged well at all. However, he specifically mentioned Crash 2 and 3.
I feel tired.
If we're going for N64 games that I think have aged well, Paper Mario 1, I could say that immediately. That game is actually quite good and still fully playable today, mostly because they actually used the art style to their advantage. The only other one I'd be tempted by would be Star Fox 64. Otherwise, I don't think N64 games have aged well at all. Oh, God's sakes, not again! Okay.
I shall not fail.
You can count on me. I wrote it like I saw it.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
Here, as you order.
Ready and willing.
Actually, there.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
That does look pretty nice, Cashel. I suppose I'd be willing to add Perfect Dark to the list, too. I'll give you that one. Okay. Get over there. Start attacking the swarms. Sorry, guys, but you're gonna have to get hit by this. Yeah, I know.
Forwards.
Actually, no. Let's keep getting rid of that swarm. There we go.
Aim carefully. They go down.
The difference a few levels make, eh?
I feel tired.
Okay. Swarms defeated. Well, yeah, obviously. Hazardous, but, I mean, that's not saying much.
Done.
Oh yeah, we've also adjusted the difficulty down. And we're probably going to leave it there. We could actually put it even further down. We're not actually on easiest. I'm going to reserve judgment on that one. We'll see. I don't want the game to be a breeze, but at the same time, I don't want to spend the next Hang on, I need a calculator for this. 17 days playing this game. So, we'll see. We'll see.
The path is clear. I feel tired.
God damn it, shut up. Nobody cares if you're tired. Oh, I love the map design. I'm very strongly leaning towards giving a positive for it. The only reason I haven't yet is because I need to see it in action more. I guess I could put that as a hypothetical. There we go. $5 coins to cross the river. Yeah,
Tread lightly.
anyways. Things that impressed me then still impress me today. Very smooth frame rate tends to be at the top of my list, Adam. And also, basically utilizing a mechanic well, regardless of fidelity of graphics. Now, don't mistake me, graphics can actually impress me every now and again. Red Dead Redemption 2. But for the most part, nowadays, it is the stylization that tends to impress me more than anything else.
Let us be careful.
You know, I was asking about mods the other day. Is there a mod for, you know, you're basically always holding down tab? Because that'd be a nice mod to have.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, we need to try that out at some point. I guess we don't have to try it out. We can Icewind Dale it up if we wanted to. And I don't think we need to know anything else about that. Well, hang on. So let's save.
Tired.
What do we got here? I speak English. Confirm. Camera rotation. We'll look at that later. If anyone wants to look into that, please feel free.
What's that?
But we'll look into that later. Well, if honestly, and Dakota and I were talking about that, Adam, a surprisingly large number of games don't have the toggle. They just have the hold down. Every time you see the names pop out like that, that's me pressing it down again. Is that a zombie? Are you a zombie? Who's a good zombie? Wait. No one trespasses in my head. I'm sorry. Who are you? So... how did you die? Salty Panda Bear. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you were going to do anyways? Makes you want to do nothing just to spite them. I refuse to help you on principle. I guess that's better than some players tend to play chaotic neutral. That is a horrible way to go, Salty Panda Bear. Here, let me get you back up. There you go. Alright, sure, whatever. Gonna kill him anyways. Yeah, by the way, and if I haven't made this clear yet, I'm not reading all the text in this game.
This requires your attention.
Just out loud, I mean. Obviously, I'm reading it myself, but I'm not reading it all out loud. That, in my experience, that will slow down a stream to an absolute crawl, especially with the sheer amount of text in this game. I haven't decided if the lack of voice acting qualifies as a negative or not. Because usually the lack of voice acting only bothers me if it's like inconsistent and intermittent, where it's actually frustrating, like you know. So I don't think it's negative worthy, but it's definitely not positive worthy like it was over in PoE 2. Ah, yes, the leaving zone thing. That is a nice convenience feature, but at best that would be part of an aggregate. Okay, so we've got that to do, and I think that's it, actually. Hang on. What is... Didn't I already get those? No, I don't even care. What is this? Eh. Who cares, am I right? Enough with exploring. On with the quest. But first, let's rest. Woo. Yeah, I admit I've never understood that particular thing seen, but I mean, why would I understand that? And I'm just curious enough. Since this is on the way, we'll see what's in here. I don't want to miss that deadline, though.
Of course you follow me. They all do.
Wouldn't surprise me, Dakota. We've TPK'd what, like 10 times so far? 12, 15? Anyways, thank you very much, Nadaz. As always, I much appreciate that support. I am enjoying myself. The game... So far, it hasn't impressed me as much as PoE 2. I'll just be blunt about that. But I'm still enjoying it. It's not the pinnacle of CRPG stuff, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. And if you want to put that towards something, let me know. No, Adam, we have customized the difficulty down a bit. Several steps. And if you try to prick my pride to turn it up, you will fail. But yeah, I agree with the outdoors thing. They do some very pretty stuff with this. In fact, you probably didn't notice it, but I zoomed in earlier just to kind of show off the waving grass effects they have going on. Because as near as I can tell, it looks like some of this is actually 3D rendered. In fact, we could kind of test that, because we have the ability to move the camera. See? Yep. Although that's funny. As you can see, the grass is actually very slanted. So we've got the Link Between Worlds effect going on, where all of the terrain is basically designed to be viewed at a certain angle. So it looks a little odd from other angles. Still very pretty. I'm not trying to dissuade it. Well, you succeeded, Scene. I will now turn the difficulty up to max. and then quit the game.
I'll go ahead.
What for Gorham?
Yeah, let's not waste any spells on this one. Jesus! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 attacks. Freaking cats. Of course, I know a lot of creatures have that. Okay, so she is nearly dead. Can we, like, not have that happen? Jesus. Why is she getting hit anyways? Get out of there. Or just die. That's cool.
Survive.
God, that is a lot of attacks per round.
Could be worse. And will be. Definitely will be.
I don't think that's Jim Cummings, no. Sheesh.
Let's head out.
I mean, I agree with that mentality in general, Blue Wolf Alex. Well, that's because he's one of the best voice actors of all time, Seemed. I wonder if we can do it up here. Yep. Whee! Here's the map from this angle. Whee! Yeah, we gotta approximate. Yes, we have resolved the movement speed issues. I thought I did? Now Dakota's making me question myself. Hang on. Hang on. Like, we found a +1 weapon and killed a thing that nearly killed us. Actually, we can check over here. What's this? A fragment. Yeah, no, I think that's the whole area. Yeah, that's it.
The path is clear.
I mean, I'll take a fragment. We've already got like 4 of those. Or 3? I don't know. We have several. Damn it, hang on. Ah, crap, now we're stuck with it. Okay, let's turn down the turn rate substantially. There we go, now we get it. Yeah, looks good. Depends, Seemed. As with most things. Hello, Sour Cookie. Yeah, sure. Whatever. It's on the way. That's a shame, Adam. Curious what other effects it has. Good morning, Overlord Mick.
Tread lightly.
Oh yeah, we should do that test, shouldn't we? So let's do that really quick. Just while we're at it, while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Let's see here. Whoops, 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 whoops. Wrong song. Sorry.
My search was not in vain.
Adventures call to them.
Yes.
I'm sure it does too, but I always like to test it.
Yes.
What's the holdup?
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Anything is possible. I won't let you down.
You haven't beaten the game, Tagoida?
Done and done.
It's amusing scene.
Let us be careful.
I found something interesting.
I don't like surprises.
No, Overlord Mech. It's a program I downloaded.
What troubles you?
From my understanding, which is admittedly amateur, I believe that it's actually for any Unity game.
I've broken a nail. Sorry.
Okay, how much did both of you fail that? She rolled a 2, and still only failed it by 2. She rolled a 7.
I did as you asked.
If Javan were here, we could both shake our heads at dice.
Yes, I'm still here.
Magritium Turinos.
Hi, Saldir.
Would you look at that?
Funnily enough, the older I get, the more anti-dice I tend to get.
I did as you asked.
To explain what I mean by that, I tend to prefer a system where the math doesn't involve a variable, effectively. You know, like, instead of rolling a d20 to see if we do it, we have 13 skill, therefore we can do 13 difficulty traps, you know, and the end, right? Which is funny, because actually, if you're paying attention, PoE 2 did exactly that. If you had 7 diplomacy skill, you're good. You have 7 diplomacy skill, for example. That being said, I do think DICE, that is to say RNG, does actually have a place when it comes to gaming.
Done and done.
But like I said, the older I get, the more I think that every single interaction shouldn't involve a dice roll.
Are good for skin and body shape, but they just ruin the hair.
Like, she just rolled a 3. She still almost succeeded.
I did as you asked.
Well, that's still effectively a dice, then, Hazardous, because that's... it's the same concept. God, there's a lot of traps on this road. What is this place?
Now I'm embarrassed.
What did you roll for that one? 1. Really? It's funny you say that, scene, because I actually don't agree. Final Fantasy also uses dice. It just uses them in a really wide variance. Like, you usually don't even think about it, but to use my old classic example, how many times do you do an attack on the same enemy, with the same person, with the same weapon, with the same buffs, and it's like 340 damage, or 517 damage, right? There's actually a fairly big gap of variance in the FF games, going as far back as the first FF. I got this, Black Vial! We got this! Toad's gonna happen. It's just a where... Oh, God. Oh, God. It's more than one! We're all dead! We're all dead! I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Here, buff her. Go ahead and pop... Hang on. Let me get a boss song going on here. Since we're fighting were-rats. This should be appropriate. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Go ahead and rage. I want you to sing. I want you to stop sucking. That's hard for you to do. We got this guy. So, okay, real quick. Some of you might be thinking, Laura, why are you freaking out? It's just were-rats. Have you ever fought were-rats at low level in D&D? They will rip you to shreds. They have DR at all, which at this low level we have basically no way of dealing with whatsoever. So the mere fact that they have DR is already a problem. Then there's the fact that they're infectious. I don't know how this game handles that, but that's problem number 2. Then there's the fact that they still have all the stat bonuses. Oh, I see the bomb coming. Yeah, no, it's going to be fun in a second. Then there's the fact that they have the stat bonuses, so I guess that's it. But I suppose I could add the 4th thing, which is usually where rats are not alone. So... okay, so you're doing that. I want to go ahead and just open with that. She's already raging. She's singing. She's doing that. I don't have any spells that'll help with this, do I? Oh, I'm already buffing, so let's see how this... okay. Oh, we actually got a lot of reflex saves there, so that's good. Stop being so grouped up together. Here, go over there. Go over there, quick! Or don't. That's cool, too. Oh, God, there's the 3rd one. Okay, so that buff is going. She's got that going. Are we doing any damage to them? Critical miss. Well, his health is down, so someone hit him. I'm just curious how much... Here we go. How much DR does he have right now? None? That doesn't make sense. Unless the stat variance we have up is removing their DR? That doesn't make sense. Hang on.
This is for you.
Not inspected. I'm inspecting him right now. What? Whatever. Sure. Okay. Was that a crit? It was. That was a crit. 39 damage. Okay, I'll take that. Switch around here, actually. Start working on him. You do this to... never mind. Or... I'd have to... I don't know upon a time. There's no set variable I do. Whoop, let's turn that off.
And Lindsay was called for.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, she's enraged. No, stop singing. Stop singing.
Give the order.
Had to let the song finish. Plus, the dog was still barking, because people exist. Back to here. Whoops. There we go. So, that went way better than I was expecting. I guess that says everything I need to say is about the difficulty, doesn't it? Now, what I want to do is I want to make a static save. Just real quick here. Hi, Disco. I don't want to reload. Reload. And then Sephiroth appears. Ah! So let's just do normal here. Just set it to the default normal.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, so I want you to go front. We only have a little bit of
What you want?
yeah. I honestly thought I was gonna die, Black Vial. Like, that was just me being stupid, really. which I probably shouldn't have done, but
You can count on me.
whatever, basically.
I shall not fail.
Can you make an epic pose? I need
Let us
inspiration.
strike as one.
Okay, go ahead and start buffing now. We're gonna keep trying, like this is, but I'm curious if we can even manage this at all. You know, with the difficulty at its usual level. There he is. I need you to completely reposition, just... Or don't. That's cool. Charge him. Go ahead and pop another one. Is she raging right now? No, she's not. Rage. Miss!
Oh, right.
She's already doing that. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Alright. Let's reposition a little bit. Just keep engaged up there. Keep him not throwing bombs at the party. You two, I want both to focus on that one. I want you to focus on that one. I want you to focus on that one. Honestly, I kind of want you to focus on that one too. Miri, you just keep doing your thing. Okay, Miri's dead. Oh, speaking of which. So their DR on normal difficulty is 10. Of course I do, Zolo. Like, we're actually hitting them reasonably often, but we're doing basically 1 to 2 damage a swing. I'm just gonna watch this die.
Require healing. Learn from my mistake.
Protect me. What? I miserable.
And we're dead.
Last chapter.
Jesus Christ. $10 DR. That's just... Yeah. I guess we'll keep being an undead sorcerer. Actually, no. What? Oh, we can raise a stat. Charisma. No, oh. Let's go and do con. I've been meaning to do that anyways. Oh, a level 2 spell. So, So I made a sorcerer to be a summoner. So I'm kind of curious at which point I will be able to start playing a summoner. Or that people will exist. I'm very curious if people exist. If anybody could answer me that question, it'd be very important to me. It's funny you say that, Blackfell. I heard the exact opposite from multiple people. In fact, the general idea was that I was going to... In fact, all of the 3 classes I offered, all 3 of them were a summoner. Did he get good scritches, Shadow Machine? He better have gotten good scritches. So obvious choices. One of the stat ups, Blur, or Summon Monster 2. I guess I could do Summon Elemental as well, but because they last the same amount of time. Those are the ones that are occurring to me. Since the whole build I was going to go for was, get pets up and buff, debuff. Except right now I'm a worthless. Like, I'm actually the worst party member of the party right now in combat. I have the least purpose in the team. You know what I have? I have a high persuasion skill. That's all I got. Hello, Zeiss. Part of the problem is summons only last 1 round a level, which is awful. That is terrible. That's seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, Disco. I was waiting for the questions. Hit me with the second one first. Sure. We'll take that one. Screw it. Oh, and someone asked what I get out of being a undeath. I have no idea. I'm undead. Let's see. Death's Gift, so I get Resist Cold 5 and DR 5 to Magic, which I actually have now. My real-life self would have 1 Strength, 1 Constitution, 1 Agility, 1 Int, 1 Wisdom, 1 Charisma. What'd I miss? Oh, and 1 Dexterity. There we go. We're cool. What else do we get? False Life... I get an additional spell derived from my bloodline. I get Vampiric Touch at 7. I also get a Bloodline Feat at 7. Anyways, Sue. Let's keep making her a tank. God, her stats are weird. But we'll go with Constitution, because let's round it out at 20. I was planning a Necro build, Corrales, and I have no idea how to do it. I was asking for advice, and everyone's like, get the flame spells. And I'm like, no, whatever. I think it probably shouldn't be a thing, Disco, unless done very, very carefully. And that's my opinion on that. We'll go with Athletics. Lore Nature, I guess. And, Knowledge World, sure, whatever. I already have Armor Focus. God, there's a lot of teamwork feats here. Well, a friend of mine both actually discussed the whole children should be targetable thing. And the catch that he brought up, and I tend to agree with him on this, is that... let's go with that one. The catch is you have to make the children not insufferable. The problem with Skyrim wasn't the fact that they were kids, it was the fact that they were brats. There's a difference. Dex on her. So that's one kid that wasn't a brat, Blackfile. Do we have a second? Yeah. Actually, no. Hang on. I take that back. Ah, screw it. Yeah, Little Lamplight is another excellent example of that. Okay, that's a neat feature. Look in the left part of the screen. You'll notice that as I mouse over stats, it actually highlights with a little outline which things are affected by it. That's actually kind of neat. Oh, how do I want to build you? Yeah, let's go ahead and round out the decks. So up to 2, Blackfile. I mean, do you get my point? The problem, and this isn't just a problem that's exclusive to Skyrim. The problem is a lot of games, a lot of writers, let's just call it what it is, don't actually know how to write kids. So they usually write kids in one of 3 ways. 1, they're brats, because most people have encountered brats, and that's easy to write for. 2, they're adults, except smaller. Star Trek, excuse me. And 3 is they basically don't write them. They just have them over there acting, you know, and that's it. Yeah, let's just keep doing those 4. I don't know. Ooh, yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, I shot a machine. Ah, sure. We'll do that. There, okay. Sorry. She should be ready for Arcane Trickster next level, actually. So we'll see how well that works out. She's good at transmutation. Sure, Shadow Machine, why not? Everyone don't click the link Shadow Machine's about to share. I have no idea what to put on her. I mean, I could just do the buffs. Or web. But web is anyone, so that's awful. Our reflex checks are not up to web. God, now you're gonna make me think of an example, Sildir. And of course I can't. The point, Saldir, is they don't write the children. They don't have writing, in the technical sense of the word. They sit over there in the corner, and they either say very little or don't say anything at all. They basically just bypass the problem entirely. And for the life of me, I can't think of an example of that off the top of my head. Yeah, I was thinking about... I mean, my usual go-tos for this are Bull and Cat. I could just do that. But anyways, no, while I do get why some games and fiction will portray the death of children, I do think it's the kind of thing you have to be extremely careful with. It is also my preference, like 99% of the time, to not actually show it on camera. If you're gonna do it off camera. I actually have an example of that off the top of my head, which was incredibly creepy. Doom 3, which had you, like, hearing the laughter of the children and going through a nursery area. And there's no corpses, there's no nothing, and then later on you fight the skull things. You know? Just... Okay. Oh, you know what? That's a good example, Shadow Machine. Salder, if you're still there. An example of a kid being not written? Mass Effect 3. I didn't even think about that. Blah, screw it. Let's just do it. Strength and Dex. That is a lot of stuff. And cheese. Well, good thing Monterey's not here. Admittedly, no, I don't, Saldir, but you get the point. What is that? A Wand of Shield. Oh, chicken chow mein. Absolutely. No question. I wish I could have chicken chow mein right now. I could be in my stomachs right this second. Yeah, that's 45 charges. I know what I'm going to do with that. Actually, no, we're going to do this instead. We're going to just do that. There we go. And
Everyone counts on me.
we're going to hotkey that to Q. There. I mean, you're right. Starchild is worse than the kid himself in every way, but that's kind of my point, isn't it? The Starchild was written to be a little adult. I mean, obviously he wasn't supposed to be a kid. The kid was not written. Going back to my earlier point. Baby Mario. Yeah, what I find amusing is if you've seen any of the interviews or behind the scenes, they did that very on purpose.
Need to catch my breath.
Fine. I'll take a nap. Whatever. We're gonna go fight the Stag Lord, and he's probably gonna kill us in the face. God, I hated those nightmare sequences. There are parts of Mass Effect 3 that I legitimately enjoy, and can enjoy to this very day. And, that's not one of them. A child character well done. Let's go with the BioWare example. I can't think of his name. The son who was possessed by the Desire Demon, assuming you know, save him. It's actually a fairly... Connor, that's it, Connor. It's actually a fairly short sequence where you can actually talk to him, but it was actually quite well done, in my opinion. He sounded appropriately like a kid, and the voice acting was actually pretty top-notch for that scene, which is another problem. The Fallout 3 intro childcare. Okay. Well, we just hit level 4. So do you think we're ready for the Stag Lord? Yes and no, Overlord Mick. Depends on how I'm playing. I tend to hold on to basically everything just because I never know what, especially when it comes to these streams, because I never know what the game is going to expect of me. When it comes to playing a game I know, however, I don't really have that problem anymore. I mean, we did just take out the were-rats. Whoa! Hello. Let's... Werewolf.
Not afraid.
Nope, those are just spitting centipedes. And a hydration bot. Whatever, I don't want to waste any spell casts, so just go kill them. Having reached the edge of the milky white blanket we dropped, I've never seen a denser, thicker fog in all my life. Stretching my hand forward, I could barely see the outlines of my fingers, and if my arms were as long as my companions, I don't think I'd even see my elbows. We form a single line with our hands on each other's shoulders and move carefully. Stumbling and cursing, everything, we strayed for the half the day. It was only by sheer luck we managed to come clear of that place. Exactly the spot we started out from. You guys suck! That's not hard to do.
My strength fades.
That'd be nice, Adam. I think so, Corrales? Why do you ask? If it's east, then yes, absolutely. I barely remember Kieran. I don't mean that as an insult, I just barely remember. Yeah, it's right there. See? Oak. What about it, Corrales? Like, I think I have time to go do it if it's really important. Now we just wait. Wait. Alright, alright. Well, let's do this then. Let's fill out the map a little bit. It's really quick. It's on the other side of the map. Actually, let's go this way. Let's keep going this way.
I need to catch my breath.
You're fine. Hit a night sleep.
We should gather our strength.
Fine. Just wasting more time. Hi, Kai Snow. You already ordered, right, Disco? So if you didn't, you might be screwed. Well, that I don't know, Overlord Mick. I mean, skills have come up a few points. Really? Hang on, do you mean the old oak or the oak that strayed? Because they're both here. They're both evil. Filled with evil, you might say. They're brimming with evil. I like our speed immediately. Oh my god! Okay. We're at the old oak. It's very creepy, so we gotta get to a creepy song. Let's see, do we have a creepy song? Ah, whatever, we'll just keep playing this. Oh, I didn't know that, more cowbell. That's funny. You know what? Hang on. I'm curious of something. Oh, whatever. We'll try it. Give me just one moment, guys. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do with the troll, shall we?
I shall not fail.
What troubles you?
I just realized I need to adjust my spellbook, don't I? Let's pull that down. Actually, let's rearrange those. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We'll leave that on. Yeah, we'll put heroism on there. We might actually use that at some point. And let's go over to you. This one is Pathfinder Kingmaker, Kai Snow. But yeah, it's certainly been seeing a bit of a rise lately. Which, for the record, I'm actually quite in favor of. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. We'll keep that. Yeah, we'll keep that. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. Let's shuffle that over there.
You can count on me.
Wow, she has like no spells. Good lord. Oh, I haven't. She's a wizard, isn't she? Yep, she's a wizard. Okay. Remind me to fix that after this fight.
Our duty calls.
Did you ever play Divinity Original Sin 1 or 2, Kai Snow? It's a Pathfinder game, Explodey. So, 3.5.5. No, I forgot wizards exist. I almost never use wizards, Dakota, so I'm not used to that. Because wizards suck. Let's go ahead and do this. And then that.
Don't hesitate.
Actually, I want you to do the same thing.
And Lindsay was called for.
Go ahead and bop that.
Here. Face me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna categorically disagree with that, Dakota. I have never enjoyed the wizard gameplay, and I never will. God, don't ask me that, Shadow. I don't want to play that game again. I really don't.
This won't kill me. Survive. I always survive.
Ooh. I suppose that's true, Dakota. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. In a video game environment, it's a lot less of a... Where'd it go? We just got... There it is. We also have a Belt of Dexterity, which I'm actually going to give to her. Okay, so in this episode, we end up screwing up everything on accident. Again. Because I rolled a 0. Here, you use that for now. Okay, spellbook. I was going to set up her spellbook. So, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Well, that is me, Papa Nix. Speaking of which, actually, how do I do meta magic? Oh, I haven't taken it yet. Never mind. Okay, now that that's all sorted. I meant I as in me, the sorcerer. Although I suppose that's a valid point. What do you know? Decoration. We'll make it purple. Because why not? Oh no, we'll do it like a double purple. Or double red? No, no, no. Let's go with like yellow. There we go. Perfect. There we go. I'm kind of all of those things. It sucks, I know. Okay, so now hypothetically,
Observe the others. Learn from their mistakes before they learn from yours.
how do I hotkey it? Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. I am also a kaiju, yes. I've been meaning to tell you that, guys. Sorry. Sorry. I'm also undead, and also nobody. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do we got there? What did we just get? That's just a +1, but honestly, I've been wanting a better crossbow for a while now. So I'll take it. Okay. My first thought. Are you calling me fat, Dakota? Let's see here. I need to remember to use those stupid scrolls. I keep meaning to use them, and we're already getting to the point where they're not that useful. So why did you want me to come here, Kralis? Other than to die, of course. To the troll. Yeah, this is it. Well, okay, the Belt of Giant Strength is very nice. That's actually pretty awesome. Especially at this level. So since we have some time, I guess we could go exploring a little bit. To some of these places we haven't actually hit yet. So sure. Yeah, exactly, Dakota. That's kind of my thinking. Is like this is probably designed for level 1 to 5. I know how modules work. No, not that button. I want this button.
Just letting the ink dry.
Frickin' barbarians and their D12s. Hang on, she's almost topped. There we go. There we go. Finally rolled well on the heel. So speaking of dice variants, obviously dice is just a thing in D&D and tabletop. You kind of get used to that after a while. But there's one thing that pisses me off more than anything else when it comes to dice variants, and that's heals. Alright, I'm going to heal you for 2d8. Take 2 health points. You know? Ugh. Anyways. Because if you actually think about it, the variance there is pretty large. It's 2 to 16, for example, for a 2d8. And that's a decent heal. That is a huge variance. Which is my point. Okay, are we in formation? Like, I feel like my formation's weird. Because it is. Let's spread out a little bit more. There we go. Okay.
I shall not fail.
Charge!
Enemy near.
And when I say charge, I don't... Apparently the terrain is weird. As a GM or a player? More cowbell.
Ouch. Will be. Definitely
Oh, that is an awful area of effect. That is a huge area, too. Look at that. Alright, hang on. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Together.
Get out of here. Stop selecting both of them.
I won't let you down.
Get out.
I wrote it
Get out. Get out.
Let us buy
I'll loot.
I am yours to command.
No, I will loot.
Hey, I die.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Ow, 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 ow. God dang! That is horrible. I'm gonna have to actually wait that one out. Oh, there we go. God, I didn't think it would. Okay. Okay. So as a player, I'm gonna go with Epic. Just because most GMs I know, basically restrict my ability to do at low level, which I know sounds weird, but what I mean by that is like, hi, you're powerless and helpless and pathetic. Here's a campaign, and that's not what I enjoy about low-level campaigns. I enjoy low-level campaigns being low-level. Having to deal with smaller-scale issues or problems, which I can deal with, as opposed to trying to deal with medium or large-scale problems while being level 3. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Epic for that reason. So at what point does Lord of the Rings change from low-level quest to Epic level? I would say when they leave Rivendell. Although that's probably more like the beginning of it becoming epic. I would say the actual specific point at which it becomes truly epic would probably be after the battle of, I can't remember the name of the place, the waterfall place. Which in the movies is the lead-off point into the second film. I forget what it is in the books. It's actually been a long time since I read the books. Well, I was defining epic level within the confines of the setting, Takoida. Not versus everything else. Although I agree, Frodo never gets epic levels. I would agree with that. Even within the confines of the setting. I guess that's it for exploration. Let's head back to town. Like, we're not doing great.
I need to catch my breath.
He'll be fine. Nope, nope. No rest. Keep walking. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Oh, they get epic level gear, yeah. After they leave,
Tired.
Oh, God, I can't think of the name of the place. That one place. I can't think of any names right now. Hey, got your stupid stuff. Hey, got your other stupid stuff. You want me to get fresh berries. Probably Adam. I don't know. I could Google it. I've decided I hate this guy. Let's talk to people. We've already talked to some people. Let's talk to other people. Karas Galaton. That's the other one. That's when they get epic gear. Oh, hey, his portrait has been changed. What? No, that's not... Oh, you have a lot of scrolls, buddy. And diamond dust. Ooh.
How may I serve you?
It'll be fine, Platty. Tonight we're going to die again. Third and I were actually talking about that. Also, this isn't another dust night. This is a board game night, I think.
Erastil be praised, you finally returned, my good friend. Tristan told me how you helped him at the Temple of the Elk. Thank you for heeding my request. My heart is calm and filled with confidence that I followed the will of my God. I would like to reward your bravery. I possess no treasure, but please, take this as a token of appreciation. I trust in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet, but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well. Tristan is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Tristan and for you. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the stag god lead you down the true path. As you wish.
So I asked her what is required of her for the chieftain of her tribe. That'd be me. She said I have to make sure everyone's fed, everyone has proper challenges, and also, you must rule the tribe. Make big decisions. In case you missed that, I told her she was a good fighter, and she took offense to that.
Oh, welcome. Pay close attention. Hopefully you'll learn something.
So it was immediately followed by me telling her, in a chaotic, good fashion, I was giving you a compliment. And she was like, oh. Okay. I don't think so, Dakota. But I could be wrong. Thank you very, very much, Korgoth. As always, I appreciate your support. And I have jotted that down towards Breath of the Wild DLC. Thank you again. I don't want to talk to Harem. Let's get rid of him. Death to Harem. Death to Harems? Mm-hmm. Hello. Come here. I'm sorry. I'm amused by her. I guess that deep in my heart I always knew I'd never be a true paladin of Shellen. Wielding a sword always felt more natural to me than handling a paintbrush. Yeah, I can tell. You're pretty good at it, though. Yeah, I noticed that. She just gave her story about how she was ejected from the Paladin Order for breaking the taboo of destroying art, which in this case was an extremely badly written poem, a love poem of admiration from someone who had given to her, and she was having a long day, and she was just tired, and... yeah. Hey, Sonic Doctor. What's up? Paladins of Shellen aren't allowed to slay their enemies if they beg for mercy. Ah! Do you know why? Because someone who's dead will never be able to create something beautiful in the future. Also, you need to constantly be practicing some sort of art, otherwise you lose connection with your goddess. Yeah, that sounds just aggravating. Like, I get that deities in fictional settings tend to be really monodirectional, to the point of monomaniac, but what the hell? I am the goddess of beauty. Therefore, everyone must spend 5 hours a day doing up their hair. Or whatever. I don't know. I mean, that's what I would do, Cashel. I'd walk up to Sonic and be like, hey, Sonic, talk to me about art. As the undead essence seeps out of my eyes. Oh, I get that she's biased, Blackvile. Still, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I've seen some deities require some stupid stuff in fiction. All life must end. Also, I wrote a poem I'd like to share with you all. Oh, I caught that, Dakota. But the way she was phrasing it is she was directing the hate at Shellen, which I don't blame her for. If the Church of Shellen says you must do this, it's easy to redirect that to Shellen herself. Now we're cool. Alright, you want me to talk to Jathel? Let's save before we do that.
I feel tired.
Shut up. Oh god, she's a hedonist. Yeah, we're done. Ah, peace. Never joining my party. Bye. Suck to Hernie. I've actually known a hedonist in real life. Fun fact. Anyways. I'm sorry, I gotta read this one real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if they built a temple to Torag's pet dog. That really got me. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cleric. Why are you swinging a dead cat? Oh, that's horrible. Yes, Korgoth. We finished it Tuesday. I mean, I'm assuming it's because of his belief that he is cursed because of his inability to craft. So, for example, I just called into question the fact that he believes he is cursed. So I'll read this part out loud. Are you suggesting that my problem was not a curse, just my own inability to work with metal? Or maybe you're saying I was just too lazy? Harim looks over your eyes defiantly, his hands trembling with suppressed rage as he runs his fingers over his beard. You're a fool if you think so. An ignorant fool. Have you ever met a dwarf who can't handle a smith's hammer? Even our children craft knives. No, no, no. Torag is the cause of my suffering. The betrayal god deliberately cursed me, just to make a laughing stock of me. He raises his hand and shakes his fist at someone above. But I won't let myself get angry at you, Lord Runner. You're an ignorant and blind soul, and my aim is to guide you through this dying world that marches towards its end. I will open your eyes or die trying. Grotus will be pleased by either outcome. Yikes. By the way, the god he worships, and I'll just read this out loud, is the end of all that exists. What do you see? Look around and realize everything will be destroyed. Our clothing, our armor will turn to dusts. The walls of the palace will crumble into ruins. The trees will fall, and you and I will die much sooner than that. Grotus is a timeless watcher. He's been locked away by Pharasma, the goddess of rebirth. From her boneyard, he watches over the world, knowing the time for his final reaping shall come. He's the bloated moon hanging in the sky, the harbinger of the last days. He's the one who will slay them all when all the others are gone. Yeah, no kidding, Dakota. Well, that's pretty horrible. Do you want to follow a living undead god? I'm right here. I'm just kidding. I'm not a god. I have never pretended such, and I never will. Yes. So I suggested that some people have said that followers of Grotus go insane over time. His response is, it's just slander. And then he immediately follows that up with, sanity is a relative concept. Each of us is certain he's the sanest creature in the world. Meanwhile, we periodically doubt the sanity of others. So what happens if 2 or 3 people claim that someone else is insane? Does it make it true? You're not helping your case here, buddy. Oh, chat just rebooted. That's weird. Okay. Hang on, is chat working now? Nope. Okay, let's reboot chat. Reboot. Now, let's count how many people tell us the chat's broken. I'm guessing it'll be 52 by the time we're done.
I feel tired.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Now that's interesting, Vigilant. So, before I answer your question, I'm going to say no to your donation. Now, I know that you're thinking, huh? Do me a favor and look at the website really quick, Vigilant, and then tell me if you see the game you have just donated towards on the website. If you do, then I screwed up. Now to the question. No to both. I don't think he did at either juncture, personally. I think the only thing that he did that was leading towards actually being evil was actually done well before he ever picked up Frostmourne, just my opinion. Okay. I'm guessing this is a character I should recognize, Honorial Eight Eyes, because I don't recognize him. Well, there's only two possible reasons it'd be off the list, Vigilant. So I think you can guess why it's off the list. So what's the Pathfinder Society? Oh yeah, it's the Adventurers Guild, isn't it? I think I remember that from when I used to play Pathfinder, which at this point would have been years ago. Dark Messiah, Sonic. Like I said, there's only two reasons we'd remove something from the possible to fund list.
I feel tired.
That's a good question, Adam. I would say basically no. It's one of the reasons why the Stratholme event is one of the most brilliant pieces of writing in Blizzard history, and I mean that sincerely. We talked about it for like an hour and a half solid when we finally got there in the WoW lore run, because it was such a... It was beautifully crafted. It really was a Kobayashi Maru. It was a no-win scenario. No matter what happened, things were going to go bad and then worse. And they did. I'll give you Uther. Uther was stupid. Jaina makes more sense. What she did there, that made sense. But Uther was just kind of... As I've pointed out before, Uther was a pretty flawed individual, and one of the biggest flaws he ever made... Oh! Someone mentioned the chat. Take a drink. One of the biggest flaws he ever made was at Stratholme. No flirting. Aww. That's actually really... That's actually really sweet. I'm sorry, I gotta read that out loud. So I said, it's amazing how after all your hardships you still remember those... I'm sorry. Picture the Lich King's voice. It's amazing how, after all your hardships, you still remain so cheerful and optimistic. Then it cuts to Octavia. Well, I try not to let view life as a never-ending course of sufferings. Yes, I've had my share of hard times, but do I need to recall them? After all, along with the bad things, I had some good things too. I had a dream, and I followed it, and eventually it came true. Following that path, I met Reg and you, and now I'm free and surrounded by friends. Her voice trembles with hidden emotions, but her smile remains warm and sincere. I'm sorry. You're a half-elf, right? Sorry. You're a half-elf, right? I say. To which she says, am I? You know, I think you might be right. I'm slim, tall, I can see well in dim light. Oh, let me check. Yep, they're pointy. Definitely a half-elf. Why is the technic law above... whatever. Why is the technic league above the law? Anyways. Hi, Valkorian. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I guess it doesn't suck. It's a good thing that university's over, but it sucks that you won't be able to join us. Let's move on. Just straight bribery? Wow. I like that one of the options is, I have to ask, how do you manage to look so gorgeous when they're in the middle of nowhere? I'm not picking that, by the way. Hey, Kira. No flirting. No flirting. Flirting is the mind killer. Flirting is the thing that brings total oblivion. Slavery is illegal. We'll give you some slaves if you allow us to have slaves. Tell me more. We have the feed critters ability. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Whatever. Yeah, I gotta find the ability. Give me a second. Where is the ability? Where is it? Corrales. Again, that sucks. But at the same time, I'm sure it's also a good thing. Because, I mean, university sucks, right? I shouldn't say that. Maybe your experience was better. And that would be a good thing if it was true. Yep, it is super not there. Charge, demoralize, grave touch, treat affliction, and fighting defensively. And as I just checked, that option is in fact on. Right there. Feed critters ability is on. Actually, I will admit the idea of a truly good adventurers guild has always appealed to me in just about any setting. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm with the Pathfinders guild. Up, up, up. Feed critters. Join me, my minions, and together we will be able to bring death and cuddles to the world. Anyways. So,
I'll go ahead.
I guess that's actually it. Let's go. Let's go fight the Stag Lord in Chapter 1. No, to both questions, Korgoth. Although I suppose I have to ask... Actually, before we do that... I suppose I have to ask which thing I'm streaming that you're referring to. Well, they're a guild of adventurers. I'd be astonished if they were actually all good. Okay, what's our fastest route down? Let's go this way. Well, good. That's better than most people get, so that's awesome that you got that.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Ah, if you're referring to Guido's thing, he runs a setting system
You out of our story.
called Other Dust, which is a variant on Stars Without Number, although I think we're actually technically playing in the Stars Without Number rule set right now. So basically we are neither playing 5th edition nor Pathfinder. There are actually quite a few different rule sets out there that have expanded over the years.
A solid plan.
Oh no, we got ambushed by bandits. Pro tip, if you're a bandit, never try to ambush people on the road that look like they're actually armed or geared. You know why? Because you are fodder for adventurers. Seriously. I actually remember one of my favorite little tidbits in Order of the Stick was a bit where... oh my god. There was a bit where Durkin was trying to give a group of bandits some advice. Basically saying, you guys need to stop this banditry thing. At some point or another, you're going to run into a level 10 fighter, and that's going to be it. And you're going to be screwed. And I remember thinking, yeah, because one level 10 fighter, as we discussed back in the Neverwinter Nights lore run, a level 10 fighter in lore is a death machine, and quite a rarity at that. I do like that, Eric, like quite a lot. Let's see, how much time do we have left until our deadline? 2 months. We'll go ahead and explore a little more.
I need to catch my breath.
Fine, rest then. Well, good, Kira. And no donuts for me today, Platty. Thank you, though. But instead of this donut, I'll take... I still need to decide what he looks like. I still haven't decided on the helmet thing. I really haven't. I'm very torn on it. I wish I was a better artist, because I actually design characters and things in my head. And I have no way of getting it from my brain to anything visual. I can't describe things for crap, and I can't draw for crap.
Tread lightly. Be careful.
That's a water elemental.
Do not falter.
Which looks pretty cool. And has DR, of course it does. It's okay, it's super dead. Potions of Restoration. That might come in handy later. Now, if you have any ice cream platy... No, I'm kidding. I have to be very careful about eating ice cream. Because of my throat. Not anymore, Corrales. Sorry. Well, that way is death, so let's go this way. And then this way. That's true, Darren. You're absolutely right. I suppose that, of course, gets down to the difference between a thief and a thug. Ah. Basically, yes. In standard D&D, a fighter is just a customizable character. Like, obviously, there's the archetype of the armor and whatnot, and there's a reason for that. But really, if you play a fighter, what you are playing is you are getting additional feats to be able to design your character however you want to. Without spells, obviously, you can't really do that. A summon donut spell? What is this, World of Warcraft? Oh, this thing again. Right. Okay. Well, since last time everyone was a moron, let's try this. Nope. Okay, let's try this. Nope. Okay, so we fail at going that way. Sure, whatever. Staglord's Fort. Alright, let's go ahead and cut the Morrowind music. I think Morrowind music fits it like it usually does. Yep, time to conquer the land, I hope. If we're playing a normal difficulty, I would actually not think we could do this. So... yeah, but I always like to test it more, Caldwell. What the... oh. Rather than presume. Reposition, reposition.
My skills exceed yours.
Valerie, what are you doing? You know, whatever. I'm with it. I should have sold last time we were in town. We're actually carrying a bit of stuff right now, and this is a loot zone. Oh, that's funny. I actually remember reading somewhere that there are multiple you can't go there's in this game to confine you based on chapter. So I'm guessing that's the first one.
Let us be careful. Enemy near.
Zombies. Just zombies. For some reason. Fortunately, we do have rations, so I'm not too worried about that. We actually have rations this time.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Now, I have the storm debuff. -6 perception, 20% chance to miss thanks to concealment, movement reduced by half. And no, I can tell the movement's reduced by half, because this is much slower than I should be going. By about half, actually. Who just donated? It was Myron. Really, Myron? Really? Vigilant, that reminds me. You never told me what you wanted to redirect it to, since, you know. Anyways, thank you very, very much, Myron. As always, I am much appreciative. If you want to put that towards a future stream you're actually interested in, other than the me eating ice cream stream, let me know.
Note in our story.
Did we just get hit by lightning? No, looks like we didn't, because their health didn't move. That is a lot of zombies. Hang on, hang on. Where am I? Where am I? Let's move up a little bit. Move up, move up, move up, move up, move up, move up. Let's go with that bundle. Back up a bit. And give me another one in this direction. God, where's Great Cleave when I need it? That's actually an interesting point. I just noticed there has been no cleave feat. Why is there no cleave feat? Is there a cleave feat?
Forwards!
It sucks. What? Well, that sucks. You have to get power attack first. Alright, fair. So how does it suck? Let me go ahead and ask that. I've always hated that you need power attack to get cleave. I know, we've actually already talked about that. But I've always viewed power attack as basically a waste of a feat. You haven't to my knowledge, but you can if you want to, yes, Valkorian. Well, next time we level, I'll make a point to pull up the unavailable feats thing and see if we can take a look at it. See what they does with it. Okay, I guess that's everything? Unless there's a side entrance over here I didn't see. It's possible. Once again, simple palisade. Hopefully my kingdom will have better walls than this. Well, tell you what, Myron. I will get myself ice cream. I promise. And I always keep my promises. You know how I can say I can keep that promise? Because I have ice cream in my freezer right now that I already got. So I'll put that towards that. How's that sound? And Crash Bandicoot. 97. 97. There we go. Jeez, I can't talk. There we go. Okay. Interesting. Let's save scum.
Forget it.
Nope, we were spotted. Now let's try that again. Hello? Hello? Game? Okay, fine. Sure, Valkorian. Give me a second. Which name do you want on it? Because I write down a specific name to put in my thanks, like I've got the thanks thing down here. So, you know.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Yes.
Okay. There. So noted. And thank you.
Their sight betrays them.
Done and done.
Who the heck is that? Who are you? Wow, he's being real casual about being the right-hand man to the Stag Lord. Failed diplomacy. Hang on. Yeah, but I have a plus 14. In fact, actually, what did I roll there? I rolled a 4. Yeah, I can do that. Hello?
I did as you asked.
What did I roll that time? A 3! Really doesn't want to do this.
Broken a nail.
Oh, we're failing at mobility checks. Okay, that's what's happening. I mean, my dice are legitimately cursed. If you've ever watched the Other Dust stuff with Guido, I roll so terribly. No joke, we had something like 4 or 5 ones in a row last week. It was actually getting aggravating. If I ever run a D&D campaign again, I'm removing dice from it. Oh my god, really? Now we're failing to get over the wall. There we go. Okay. Okay. Save. Now that we're over the wall. Hi. Hey! We rolled better than a 3! An alliance, huh? Well, if my leader weren't so fast drowning himself in wine, I probably wouldn't listen. But sooner or later, he'll get himself or all of us killed to his own devices. So, sure, I'll stick around. Wait, did you just lure the Stag Lord's right hand over to your side? What did I roll that time? I'm actually curious. A 13, which got me a 20-freaking-7. It's over here on the right. You have to mouse over, and then it'll actually show you the exact dice roll, like right there. See? It was a 13 plus 14. DC was 19. I got a 27. I mean, all I had to do was roll a 5. I had to roll a 5 or better. I had a 75% chance to succeed at that. See you around, Myron. Have a good one. Roll a real die. Hang on, hang on. I actually do have my D20 handy. My favorite D20. Nope. Nope. I'm out. I'm out. I got a 4, by the way. For anybody who was curious what that actually was.
I'll go ahead.
Their sight betrays them.
No, we decided not to, Overlord Mech.
To victory!
Wow, our stealth is really that bad, isn't it? Eh. I defy your reality and supplant it with my own.
And Lindsay was called for it.
Actually, that's an interesting point. What are our stealths at? 11, 10, -9, -1, -12, 0.
Their sight betrays them.
Whoa. Well, and she got seen.
Inspiration.
Jesus, he rolled a frickin' 17 to see her. No, no, I think I'd die if I did that. Okay.
And Lindsay was called for it.
Actually, that's an interesting point. We do have some stuff that might be able to help here. I think. I thought. Oh, there we go. Potion of Vanish. There we go. And then just go ahead and use one of those.
I see something.
What's that?
Anything else? And so
There are many enemies here. My goodness. Hello, there's an owlbear. There we go. It was a wand to vanish. 10 charges. That person's not going to see me because I'm in a cutscene thing, right? Okay, good. This is my knee-jerk... This is what I was trying to do anyways. So... Unfortunately, it looks like it saw me in the action of doing that. So we're just gonna run. No, what? Okay. So that... It's not what I wanted to happen, but whatever, GM. That's cool.
serves you right.
We're already dying horribly to the owlbear. And we've already got one person down.
Will be. Definitely will be.
Well, I think it was screwed anyways, because the whole point was to release it on them. Why are we missing? Jesus!
I can't keep this up much longer, then.
Whatever.
Face me if you dare.
What the hell's the AC of an owlbear? I guess I could check. 15. We're rolling crap. Boy, isn't that just the sound of my life right there. Okay, so stealth.
Sight betrays them.
Come here.
I see something.
Go and get that.
Applause, please.
While we're at it. I like how she talks more quietly when she's doing that, by the way. That's a nice touch. You know, that wouldn't even surprise me at this point, Valkorian. Okay, take 2. We failed. Alright. Reload. What? I mean, if you want me to stop save scumming, I'll just turn the difficulty down again. That's the trade-off here.
Letting the ink dry. Their sight betrays them.
God damn, my dice are terrible today. And every day. So I think I've mentioned this before. I actually met Will Wheaton in person once. And I know what you're thinking. Lord, who gives a crap? Why are you telling us that? Well, for those of you not aware, Will Wheaton has famously terrible dice. And I'm starting to think that he cursed me when I met him.
I wrote it like I saw it. Their sight betrays them. I see something.
Like I said, Pyro, famously bad dice. No, but I've tried the thing where you leave all your dice so that the 20 is up, so that it slowly shifts down and it waits to the bottom, because that's totally a real thing.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Alright, who was that? It's Vigilant, who's still... Ah, so... Okay. I'm sorry, Vigilant. I don't understand why you're upset about this, so let me be 100% clear. Given that you have already gifted me Dark Messiah, and several people have put a lot of money towards it, the odds of me going ahead and just saying, we're not doing the stream, is literally 0. It's not a possibility. Because anything that's already on the site is something I'm already vetted. So it's something that's already acceptable. And something that has already had interest put towards it in terms of both people and money is happening. Because people and money have both been putting interest towards it. So there's really only one possible reason why Dark Messiah was removed from the site. Along with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other games were also removed from the site. It's the only one possibility. And we are now in Phase 1 streaming, which I've been talking about for several weeks now, which is when we start the high priority streams. So, forgive me, I feel a little weirded out here. I figured it was really obvious why it was removed from the site. So, yeah. Save. Aw, that poor owlbear. Either way, Vigilant, thank you very much. As ever, I do appreciate your donations and subs, although you still haven't told me what you want to put it towards. Now, if you don't want to put it towards anything, that's fine. I'll go ahead and tell you this. If you're trying to push it higher up on the list, that's another $150 or so, because the one right above it is Spider-Man, and it's not happening. So, Jedi Academy. Okay, you got it. So I'll put all 6 towards that, which is going to be 74 now. And in case I haven't said this before, all the stuff that's over there in the not happening yet pile, I'm not adding to the site until we get to Phase 2. If anything, I wish this list was smaller, but we'll see when we get there. In fact, actually, now it occurs to me I need to do something really quick here. While I'm thinking about it, give me just a moment, please. Yeah, the Stag Lord sounds really just like a drunk who just didn't know what the hell he was doing. And, yeah, I just continuously get that impression from him. That he's just a moron. And there you go, basically. Sorry. You're probably thinking, what are you doing, Laura? I'm actually technically shrinking the list a little bit here. I say technically, because some of these are weird requests. Like, for example, 2 people have already put money towards Outer Worlds. I'm not going to put that on the website until we get closer to its actual release date, which actually I don't think we even have a release date yet. And then we're going to have a poll of people deciding whether or not we're going to install the Epic Store launcher on my computer. To put that simply. Jedi Academy, however, that's just happening, because I mean, of course it is. Although I'm probably going to suck at it, but I'll do my best. And as ever, thank you very much, Vigilant, for your continued support. A release date in general, Sour Cookie. Like, I'd rather just wait till it comes out on something other than the Epic Gaming Store. Yeah, I basically update every day, Valkorian. But yes, there has been a significant shift in which games are on there. That happened 2 days ago, I think? Something like that. Anyways. Well, she got seen. Yeah, I have a huge backlog. Still, I mean, even though we're out of the backlog phase. Oh, geez, she is so dead. Activate that and run. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Stop getting color sprayed. Like, that was like the 3rd color spray in a row there. Excuse me. That's the other thing I was thinking, Overlord Mick. I already have a pretty big backlog, so based on that literally alone, I'm not really in a hurry on Outer Worlds. And I know this is going to sound insane, but at this point in my life, playing a game the day it comes out isn't as important to me as it used to be, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I do care about that for the sake of the show, for the sake of viewing figures and whatnot, but, you know, for premiering a game. But for myself, I'm not as like, oh god, I can't wait to play that the day it comes out, as I was when I was younger. Ooh, chocolate. I keep forgetting to use those scrolls. Where'd the owlbear go? Ah, well, doesn't matter. He's free, that's the part that matters. And we don't have to fight him, that's the part that really matters. Yeah, heal yourself. Speaking of which, I may have to push Anthem higher up on the list than I thought. Because apparently it's dying at such an accelerated pace that, let's just say that doing the refunds for all of the donations for Anthem is not something I want to do, because that's going to be a huge, laborious, and terrible process.
I'll go ahead.
Which strats are you referring to, Overlord Mick? There are exceptions, I'm sure, Pyro. And I say I'm sure because I obviously haven't thought of any. I mean, I even waited for Kingdom Hearts 3 for like 2 weeks. Yeah, they basically kind of pushed the whole roadmap back several months. And there's a... I'm going to go ahead and call it a flaw, because it's not actually a bug, where you actually can't play the game solo, as in you're physically incapable of playing the game without grouping. Now, I haven't been able to verify the total extent of how much of this is a problem, but with the amount of the rate at which it is hemorrhaging additional players, there are people, and I actually know someone personally who played Anthem as recently as a week ago, who was having trouble doing anything because he'd get in and it was like, all right, waiting for group, and he'd just be stuck there, and he did not have the capacity to play the game. So, true, Blue Wolf Alex, but I was fine with it. Like, I mean, I don't want to sound negative, which is why I usually don't talk about this, but I'm at a point in my life where not much excites me anymore.
Anything is possible.
No. That would be a new thing, Adam. So we got to take out that group next. And I believe there's a group over here. Hi, Art Monso. What's up? Right, yep, there's the group over there. And then there's a group over here. Those are probably the same group. So let's go ahead and unstealth. No, we're in the process of dealing with the Stag Lord. Charge! More or less literally. Why am I in front? Whatever. Yeah, I got a job for you.
Tear them apart!
Bring up what in specific, Micromono?
Definitely will be. They go down!
God. Maybe I should just turn the difficulty down even more. Jesus. No, I know what I really need. I need another healer in my party. That's what I need. I have so few heals still.
Yes.
Well, I hope you have fun, Pyro. I've done some Adventure League stuff too.
Yes.
And let's go ahead and blow one of these. What, the undead elf? Or the elf that wouldn't join my party for some reason? Yeah, right now I have so little ability to heal. It's like, ugh. Let's actually avoid those guys for right now. Let's go over here. So you're playing, not running, Pyro. Interesting. Well, again, I do hope you have fun. So, sorry, Art Monzo, or someone. What class and race? We are human, we are sorcerer, we are also undead. See you around, Micromano. The goal here is to become the Lich King, obviously. Like you do. That's gonna get in the way, isn't it? Valerie, get in there, like right now. Just go. Just go.
Strike is one.
Yeah, Harim, like, is a wet... Like, I'm very weirded out by him, because he has 20 AC, right? And 39 health, and yet he just keeps folding like wet tissue paper. And I'm not sure why. Like, I'm legitimately not sure, unless it's just dice luck, which... I mean, you know... Thank you, Amiri. And granted, his charisma is awful, so that's probably hurting. Although I have to admit, the idea of 20 AC being low just kind of... Like, you're right, once I actually sit back and think about it, because of the way the game is structured, but that makes me go... I mean, her AC's 28, for example. Ugh, wolves. I also admit I haven't been trying to heal him, or, like, heal him, wrong word. I haven't been trying to give him the best gear, because I don't plan to have him in my final party. So, you know. You know. Like, right now he's a placeholder, basically. He happens to have heals, and that makes him more useful than anyone else. Yeah, his charisma, by the way, for those who didn't catch it, is 10. Which is just sad. The Bugbear. I'm going to say no. Have I talked to any of the bandits? Yes. One of those bandits has decided to... Hey, Colgrim. Let's go and blow another one of these while we're here. That right there is why he's in my party.
Resting would be nice.
That took 4 hours? Really? Okay, whatever. It was worth it for a...
Done and done.
For a +1 glaive and a Cloak of Resistance 1. That wasn't really worth it. Jesus, Pyro. Okay, so there's still the group at the entrance. And I'm not actually sure what else. Expeditions Vikings. That's an interesting comparison. I'm actually not sure what I'd parallel this to, other than Baldur's Gate, which is just kind of the obvious one. And she got seen. Damn, by one. Alright, whatever. Run. Run. Just run. Why are you walking? Why are you walking? And she gets crit, of course. Funnily enough, dwarves do have a -2 racial bonus to their charisma, Valkorian. Oh, yeah, no, he's gone. Poor thing. Hey, Misko. I'm kind of with you on that, actually, and I don't even like dogs. Nah, we'll save that for the boss. We're not at the boss yet. Whatever. I give up. Whatever. Just kill things. Do you mind killing the cleric, please? Thank you. God.
Outmatched.
Miss. But yeah, the poor thing was set go, Art Monzo. We'll see how badly we do as a consequence of that action. Okay. Looks like we're basically done with the courtyard.
Need to catch my breath.
And no breath catching. Who is that? It's a named. There's 2 names. Die!
We will prevail.
Thank you for not running through the traps. Okay.
Tear them apart!
Now, some people are probably asking, Laura, why aren't you buffing and debuffing? I'm saving my spell slots, is why.
This won't kill me.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Your life ebbs low.
Miss. Miss. His AC is 20. No, Misko, different engine. This is Unity. Good night, Adam. Have a good evening. And by evening, I mean night. Just keep holding him, Valerie. I'm just inching him down. The only thing I'm hitting him with is the freaking magic missiles. We can make a deal. You have pissed me off, sir. Yeah, that is literally... I've always had a thing for magic missile, and it's exactly because of that. There's obviously dice for the damage, but there's no dice for the hit. If you need to do damage, boop. I mean, it's literally the reason the shield spell exists. A reasonable man who willfully embarks on a path of atrocities is 100-fold more dangerous than any madman. Actually, I tend to agree with her on that, although I'm more likely to work with him. Yeah, no kidding, Zeiss. However, I like this. It's actually a lawful evil choice to work with it. But no, we're just gonna kill him. Very, very slowly with magic missiles.
gather our strength.
So there's his 2 lieutenants.
What's the holdup?
Yeah, can you go deal with that, please?
I did as you asked.
Thank you. Favorite D&D campaign? Define. Because there's, you know, my personal experiences, and then there's simply modules that exist, and then there's things that aren't actually D&D proper. And so forth and so on. Ooh, trout. I was going to say, given how brutally that fight was, just with him... Again, granted, I'm trying not to use my spell slots, but... Whew, yeah, I wouldn't want to try that, Dakota. Homebrew. Primus. I know, that isn't actually D&D. Did I like PoE 1 more than the first game? Yeah, absolutely. I didn't like PoE... Or, excuse me, did I like PoE 2 more than PoE 1? Yes. And again, because I didn't actually like PoE 1 all that much. God, we are so low on health. What do we got over here? Not anything. Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, I think I might just go ahead and rest at this point. They do play Dungeons and Dragons in Primus, yes. Yes, the Abyss one, and the Dragon one, and the Giant one, and basically all of them, Dr. Nimbus. I'm just thinking here. So, we've got that up there. Though I know that's the fort. I mean, I can see it, even ignoring the fact that I've already seen it. And I know that I haven't killed these guys up here, mostly because I feel these guys are the ones most in a position to sound the alarm. That's why I've left them alone for the moment. So yeah, I think we're actually safe to camp over here, even though that's actually nonsensical. Let's save before we do it. Just in case.
My strength fades.
We can't set up camp over here, but we can right here. Sure, whatever. You cannot hunt here. Fortunately, we have been getting rations this whole time. Cannot cook, cannot hunt, don't care. Yeah, use healing spells before, let's do it.
Do you really not like to have fun? Or you just don't know how to? Do you want me to hold a festival for you when we get back to the capital? We can stuff our faces, dance and get drunk. What do you say?
I say you are very kind, Octavia, but such help will do me no good. I'll only get a headache from the music and dancing. As for the drinking, well, I'd better keep away from that too.
At least he's reasonable about it. I was actually just thinking that, Cody. We're just going to leave their camp running while we set up our camp. Well, I don't know what rune giants are, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to. What are you linking me, Valkorian? I mean, I'm not playing a paladin, but... So let's see. I actually have several cooking recipes, but I don't know how to make that a thing. So, maybe they're just there? Alright, hang on. What do they look like? Oh, there's one. There's another one. Might be it. I only remember the two. So, Okay. We now have the ability to make pancakes and haggis. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And let's charge into the front, see what happens. Hey, guys.
Leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
I know your face. You're the Aldori envoy. I guess that's technically true. I don't care for haggis, personally. Not my thing. I like that guy. Warn the Stag Lord. No. No warning. No hope. I think that's it. So let's hit the fort itself, shall we?
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Yes, I have Takoida. And then I reloaded. What class am I? I am a sorcerer, Valkorian.
I'm not doing it wrong. The spell is flawed.
Oh, because the cutscene started up. Alarm! Alarm! Because I can't do anything, apparently, while this is happening.
Who dares disturb me while I'm drinking?
Oh, this should be fun. Oh.
These lands are mine.
Now, what are you linking me? Darth Nincompoop. That is terrifying looking. I'm gonna never look at that again.
I won't let you take them from me.
Alright, so... teleporting archers. Yeah.
Do not falter.
Yeah, you go actually over here. You go ahead and be worthless. Like you do. You head up top. You... start with another. Actually, no. And you... go ahead and finally cast this. I've been meaning to do this for a while now. Oh, hey, it's the other guy. Casting takes a long time for no reason. But I also want you to buff him. Hi, Twister. Where's she? Why is she that close? Nah, go and do that. Where am I? There I am. Let's go ahead and do... the bandit with 2 axes. No, I did not, Armanzo. Because I am not evil. Now I'm going to want you to actually beeline over there. Not yet, Corrales. I want to see what he's going to do next. Apparently there's a route up there. Okay, so... where am I? There I am. Where's Lindsay? There she is. Easy, console hot. I have turned the difficulty down. Although I haven't turned it down as far as I could, but I will if I have to.
I can't. Oh, after so long, I learned to stand.
Your crimes cannot be forgiven. These lands only have one ruler, and that is why you will die here. Puh. No, what I'm instead going to say is, I know the pain you've endured in life, but that doesn't excuse the atrocities you've committed.
Spare me your compassion, your judgment. I'll sleep I'll wait for her. My
What do you want about that's the Dryad lady from earlier? That he's referencing. Quick, loot! Loot! He gave me a diplomacy check, Art Bonzo, which I had to do 4 times because I kept rolling 4 and under. It was a little irritating. Interesting. Yeah, funnily enough, they did the same to me. As soon as I went over the gates, they're like, hey, you're from the trading post. What the heck? Yeah, I'm guessing at some point all this is not going to be as worth it to me to hold on to. That's what I thought. Well, we did it. We conquered the land. Woo! We kicked out the Lord so we could become the new Lord. The king is dead. All hail the king. So, hey, anyone left in here? You got a couple options.
Applause, please.
I guess I'll rob the place before I take it over. Well, I mean, obviously I'm not a king yet. We gotta work up to that.
Ready and willing. I did as you asked. Done and
Down better ones.
What? No, why are you trying to attack me?
We're leading you out of our sword.
no contest.
Strike worth a legend.
Whatever. Some random dude. He calls to her again, his queen. He drinks, he calls to her, he drinks again. I have no idea who she is. I can't even tell if she exists outside his own drunken vision. But I know he'll call to her, and then he'll crash around angrily, yelling that she didn't come. Then he'll come for me. I obey the rules, I do as he says. I keep silent until he allows me to speak, but he still beats me every time he drinks and rages. He says he'll burn my hands with acid next time. So yeah, that's the dad. I'm telling you, that's the dryad, or the nymph, or whatever that he's referencing there.
I see something.
I gotta be honest, this actually isn't all that impressive of a fort, but then again, at the same time, I'm not sure what I expected.
I did as you asked.
Felt bad for the dad or the stag lord? Because I don't feel bad for the dad at all. Or the stag lord, if I'm being completely honest. Ah, so she can. Lindsay looks hilarious right now, by the way. She's basically using the Stag Lord's bow, bracers, and helmet. There you go, Lindsay. Thanks, Plonk. Just because I care, Lindsay. Okay. Come over here. Open the door. Now go. Jeez, guys. Well, yeah, but that's because the sword has oversized on it. I don't think the bow had oversized. I could be wrong. I'll keep her safe, don't worry. So it looks like it actually is only doing 1d6 instead of 2d9. It is still better than what she had, but it is doing less damage. Damage reduces a target's current hit points. Thanks. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Octavia. That's only barely better than what she has, so... Yeah. Where'd the bracers go? Where'd the bracers go? There they are. She will get arcane failure with that. I don't know if I care. I can't read that disco, but hi. Look, I'm just saying, console hot. That game, ugh, no thank you. Ah, you won't chow mein. Excellent. We actually have a 15% failure chance right now. There we go. So she actually has no failure chance with the bow, for whatever reason. And I can't even give her light armor if I want to care about failure chance, which I haven't decided if I do yet. Oh, you were referring to... I thought you were referring to the bow. Well, I still don't know if I care, because she's not a caster yet. She's a rogue, who I'm turning into an arcane trickster because you guys say it's good, and I'm still not sure why. No, Art Monza. I'll believe you guys. I'm curious how that works, but I believe you. Whatever. Yeah. Let's go over here, I think? Yes.
I need to catch my breath.
Fine. Weirdos. I actually know several people who view Dark Souls as a positive thing, Console Hot. I don't, and I can't. But, no, I don't view life as a horrible death doom. Maybe. Haven't decided yet. I mean, there is an old saying, life sucks and then you die. Still working that one out. Hasn't stopped sucking yet, we'll see. A skeleton! A skeleton! Oh, there we go. There's a second skeleton. No! Anything but that! It's actually just Bob. He's just saying hi. But ever since he lost his jaw, it's really hard for him to talk properly. He shows up, and he's actually just trying to say hello. Hey, I'm back. Killed the dude. I'll take that. Not that I have anyone who uses spears. It's just a +1 sphere. That's all it is. Oh my god. So an adult black dragon shows up. Ah! Roll to scream. That's true, Kira. That is true. I should acknowledge that. Alright, so let's head back to the trading post. Wait! I changed my mind. Let's go here. Yeah, roll to cry.
I need to catch my breath.
Fine. Interesting. All of them, Dr. Nimbus. Although Gen 7 was phenomenal, in my opinion. It blushed. I immediately flirt with it. I pull a donkey. Props if you get it.
To victory!
I don't like surprises.
Oh, you're a lady dragon. Oh, with such a broad... No, wait, Shrek, no!
What's that?
I
did as you asked.
Wow. Nincompoop. Or Volcarian.
I did as you
Damn it. Inch. Inch.
Running won't help you!
But it will give you more exercise. You will need it for when you die. Because the afterlife is actually just a marathon. I don't know what I'm on about. No, don't go.
Would you look at that?
I won't let you down.
And Lindsay was called for.
You see that?
Done and done.
Anything else?
Yeah, wolves and traps. I'm gonna rob from this guy too. Why not? Rob, rob, rob. I need all these. It's taxes. That's what it is. Yes, I did, Black Val. And I got a money spear. Gives me +1 money every time I sell it.
I need to catch my breath.
Why?
I feel tired.
Lol, Darren. Suddenly the dragon gets up. Why have you been hitting me for the last hour? Yeah, Octavia needs that extra several minutes to make sure she's fully rested. Get just the right bounce in her hair, you know. That takes a lot of product. Alright. Fresh.
Forget it.
Fresh.
That was easy.
Fangberries. I don't know, Corrales. It's just the thorns. Let me get some berries. I mean, you ever pick blackberries in real life? Because I have. Oof. I actually have some extremely bad memories of that. Lots of thorns. Okay. What's up, Valerie? I rightfully own the lands. I mean, that's really debatable, but you know, I'm not going to argue it. What will you do when you sit on the throne? Please don't say you haven't thought of it. Whatever I do will be with you. No, Yeah, me too, Blackberry. Or Blackfile. Your new name is Blackberry. Yeah, okay. Yes, Platty. No, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the mask or not, because that changes everything. Like, whether or not he has the mask changes his appearance. And by mask, I mean helmet. I'm still torn on that part. Hey, I got your stupid blackberries. So, you remember the swarms of spiders that killed me multiple times when I went to do this quest to get these berries? So, after a quick glance at the basket, Bakken grabs a fistful of berries and shoves them into his mouth. Oh, fangberries, so fresh. Oh, thank you, thank you. I literally died multiple times for those stupid berries. Okay. You know what? I'll let it slide. Here, let me read this. Truth be told, as I've gotten older, I've gotten kind of particular. My appetite is almost gone. Everything I eat is practically tasteless to me now. I can barely force myself to swallow a bite. One thing I can still taste is fangberries, so I add them to my porridge or roasted meat. I even add them to my potions. When I ran out of fangberries, I stopped eating entirely. Svetlana tried to help me, my dear. She baked pies for me, cooked me fish soup and stewed venison, but I just couldn't eat any of it. I was desperate. Those damned spiders had sucked the last bit of joy out of my life. If not for you, I'd pretty much have starved to death, miserable to the end. Yeah, okay. You're welcome. All deaths were not in vain. Alright, so let's get a good night's rest. Let's see if he'll join us yet. Nope. Okay, so now let's finish the prologue, right after we flirt. You look amazing! Oh, you've noticed my appearance is the result of daily effort. Do you know how much time it takes to create good makeup or mend a dress, even with the help of magic? So if someday you wake up early, an hour or so before dawn, you can actually check on me. Option 1 says, Oh, Octavia, flower of the stolen lands, you're as beautiful as you are dangerous. You strike down monsters with spell, and strike down people with your beauty. I can't even finish it. Strike down people with your beauty. You sure put a lot of effort into this. You're my thorns and I'm your rose. That's actually kind of cute. Prestidigitation. How long does that last? I actually don't remember. Alright, let's get out of here. Get a real save. I suppose I could have sold, but whatever. I do? Hang on. Let's go talk to Oleg for some reason. Hey, the Stag Lord's dead, just, you know. Oh yeah, Tusk Gutter is dead. I forgot to turn that in earlier. Okay. So now we go to the person I was about to go talk to. In my ignorance. What? Wait a second. I need to read that one out loud. Because that was great.
I need to catch my breath.
The familiar road rolled out before us as our hero turned towards Brevoy. At his back, the Stolen Lands had yet to reveal all their secrets to the daring adventurer who had decided he would be the one to conquer them. But really, what would be the point of such a strange endeavor? Much easier to just return to the reliable safety of Restov's wall, set up shop, maybe start a family, and live out the rest of your days just like any other citizen, in peace, warmth, a bit of boredom, and full confidence that tomorrow will be just as orderly and predictable as yesterday. Hey, do you really think I'd choose a hero like that for my book? Ridiculous. No, our daring leader, after indulging in a bit of nostalgia for that old Restov lair, turned his back on faraway Brevoy and followed the call of destiny to the unpredictable, wild, beautiful Stolen Lands, and then it teleports me back. That's actually kind of clever. Irritating, but clever. So, yeah. Staglord's dead. Okay. Oh. I missed the name there. That person. I failed to capture Tartusio alive.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor.
Well, I don't know what either of those things are, Cody, so...
Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
Thanks. End of prologue. Now, there's 7 chapters in this, I think? Heard someone say something about that. So we're nowhere, in other words.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head. But I knew you could handle it.
I hate to point this out, but your intuition for people also was going to put Tartusio in charge. So...
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
Cold leftovers, by the way, Plowdy.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
See you around, Valkorian. Safe trip, safe packing. Enjoy being home again. Jamandi, what game are you playing?
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
The hell is Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally 2 different countries, Rostland and Isia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the 2 states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Korl the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker. We, the Aldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty, and the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
Right before this happened, there was a weird nymph that showed up for some reason.
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Issia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Surtova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
I mean, I'm not into alignments in general, but probably lawful evil. Lawful neutral at best. So you don't want a civil war, but you don't want peace. Would you also like some magical unicorns along with that? I mean...
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly. And the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
I have no idea, Art Monzo. I don't know enough to choose. But yeah, I get what she's going with, and actually it is pretty smart overall, from what I've seen. Don't you have any other foreign allies who could do this other than me?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Korl's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Issians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere. Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius. Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Surtova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
I would never make deals with devils. Not now. Just back off. Excuse me. Sorry. There's green flames just popping up over here. Oh, you're welcome, Disco Inferno. I haven't had really good chow mein in... God, I don't even know how long at this point. It's been a while.
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
So, this all sounds horrible. Really. Like this... I mean, being a lord's nice and all, but... I gotta be honest, I've played several characters over the years that would just say no to this. I would probably say no to this.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
I mean, it's great for a game, but like in real life, I'd be like... And funnily enough, Bragwin mentioned the whole back against the wall thing. I get the impression that she and hers, that's to say her side, is prideful. And sufficiently prideful... No, console out. Sufficiently prideful to be at the point where... Basically, it's not a literal need that they're pushing this plan. More of a metaphoric need, a emotional need, a mental need, whatever you want to call that. What? Black Vial? So do you already know of my encounter with Tartusio?
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
Oh, Asmodeus is great. He's wonderful.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Well... Can I attack anyone in this game? I could in the last one. No, I know I can't. Well, that'd be funny if I could, though. Wait, hang on. Let's save really quick. Literally won't let me cast on him. Ah, well. That wouldn't surprise me, no, Valkyrian. I've been reading your comments as they come, by the way. I just usually don't have something to say. That's why I haven't been... So there's Hera, there's Miri, there's Guard. Oh, sure. Let's just go around the list. Okay, so that's two people who are trying to be envoys to me now. Damn it, I've just gotten the tiniest little crumb, like a bit of stale bread of power, and people are already trying to scrabble over me to get their own pieces of it. That's what I thought. So I was suspecting this based on the earlier statement, but it sounds like we were one of multiple groups that were being sent out to claim multiple chunks of the stolen lands. She kept referring to states. Yeah. How is Lander... Okay. Well, also, it's really, really, really gross console hot. So it's got like 2 things going against me. 3 things, actually. Sorry. That's true, Disco. Disco, I appoint you my new right-hand man in charge of the barony of Zeal. Jeez, harem. Wow, Valkorian, that's ridiculous. The fact that you got threats is ridiculous. Nope, you're hired, Disco. Come on. If you fail, I'll chop your head off. Got it. Noble birth. That's all I need to know there. Sure thing, Art Monza. You're the new treasurer. Overlord Mick, I have a new job for you. I need you to assassinate Art Monzo immediately, please. Ooh, eclairs. Oh, no. I love a good eclair. It's been a while since I've had one. Why? Well, because you asked to be treasurer, obviously. Now, Zalok, I have a job for you. I need you to assassinate Overlord Mick. We're just going to make a chain here. Just reforming the Tevinter. Don't mind us. Don't mind us. Don't worry, Bregrin. I won't stab you. You know what I mean. Three people now. 3 people representing 3 different political identities have tried to become... have tried to push someone onto me as an envoy. Her spy, him and whatever his agenda is, and the Aldori swordsman and her thug. All of these are bad, in my opinion, so far. And yeah, I have so little details for any of them. I should go talk to the thug, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm complaining, Overlord Merrick. No, I'm not complaining. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. A priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. That's probably what I would have done, too. Unless I wanted to blend in. Thank you. God, that took 3 button presses to get that one through. Where's the thug? Are you the thug? Thug. I think that was the thug. I already talked to him, right? Yep, and I already talked to... Yep. Well, okay. Interesting. So, the deal he's offering us here is he'll front supplies, 500 cartloads, which I'm assuming is an actual in-game currency, in exchange for us, A, being in debt, and B, doing all of our contracts through his favored company. No. No. There's simply too many ways that that can go wrong or worse. And keeping in mind that it's basically a loan plus, let's call it an enforced monopoly.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Yeah, so about that envoy.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
So there's my 3 options. Someone I don't know anything about, someone I don't know anything about, and someone I don't know anything about. It's worth noting that I don't have a nobody option, which would, if I'm being completely honest, be my knee-jerk reaction here. I'm actually not familiar with that phrase, Dakota. Do you mind elaborating? I'm going to go with her option for only one reason. She is telling me to my face that she is manipulating me. There's probably stuff she's not telling me, but at least she's saying, hey, I'm putting this person here because I want you to support my political agenda. As opposed to her, who basically, so the Chandra Murphy thing, all she said was, oh yes, he's a terrible envoy and they just want you to do this stupid thing and you should take mine instead. And the other guy was just, oh yes, I'm going to spout some nonsense about ideals and you should pick me instead. Yeah, no, I will go with the person who is at least being overt.
Whatever you choose, I won't argue. But you must choose your inner circle with the utmost care.
Uh-huh. I've got it! Bragwin, you're my new envoy. I don't think we had anything about a background as far as character creation options, Overlord Mick. That sounds like fun, Art Monzo. It's the honest ones you can't trust, Disco Inferno. You never know when an honest one might do something incredibly stupid. Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon. Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword. And finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills.
Who has no name.
The Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
I'm guessing I didn't, Takoida, because I was just kind of stumbling about, having no idea what I was doing. Chapter 1.
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Okay, I find it funny that in the illustration, I'm actually handing over the helmet, because if you remember, that's actually on Lindsay. Like, she has that equipped right now. It's okay, Overlord Mick. We can, Actually, I'm pretty pathetic still. As I said earlier, my only real combat potential at the moment is the fact that I have a decent persuasion score, and that if I somehow live long enough to get high level, I might eventually actually be a decent combatant. The main question is, where can I get a drink or 3? No, There's a blind elf here. Okay. Probably not Disco. I didn't to Fallout 4 after all. Yeah, barony. Like I said, we have a crumb of stale bread. I wonder what our alignment is at the moment. Sad, isn't it, Overlord Mick? Suppose I could read this out loud since I can't skip through this quickly. Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den into the heart of a town. The heart of every town is its main square. We plan to hold festivities and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Greetings, your grace. You turn right from the square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. This is going to sound stupid, Overlord Mick, but what is the benefits of an LN over an LG? The tavern's ale is blessed by Caden Kalian himself, I swear, and the lady who owns it is a gem. I've heard your Baron is tall as a troll and has hair of pure gold and can breathe fire! No, I'm a pathetic sorcerer who's level nothing. It's nonsense. Except for the part about breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire. Trust me. Welcome, your grace. Glad to serve you. Yeah, I don't have any hair. Sorry. I mean, I do, but I shave it every other day. Your grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Here's the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. The buildings in front of us are your residence. That's where we're head to now. Where we'll head. I am weirded out that this isn't voice acted, by the way. Considering this is basically a non-skippable cutscene. Oh, yeah. I need to decide if I give this game a negative for that. Considering this is the first time that's really been a problem, we'll see. Welcome to your barony. There's a long and arduous road ahead of you. Great. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance, found and build up settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations, promising alliances and wealth. Good luck. You're gonna need it. This is the throne room where you hold court and kill people. Greetings, your grace. I am evil, but it's okay, because I'm the evil you chose. I don't even remember Tyranny's thing. I haven't given a negative for it to Koida, but it's mostly because it's been reasonably consistent so far. It's inconsistent voice acting that tends to drive me batty. So, community +6, loyalty +6. Military +3, economy +3, divine +3, arcane +3, stability +3. New event, trade agreement with Sertova. Is Vanki's offer, pillage the Temple of the Elk. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Research the nature of the curse. Difficulty level of the Baron. You may want to change the difficulty of your Baron at any time or set it to automatic. If you set it to automatic, you don't have to deal with government decisions. Because why would you want to play that game? Sure, go ahead, Dakota. Since I've already committed to that. They will be taken care of automatically, and your barony will never fail. However, this will prevent you from unlocking governance-related achievements. I don't care about achievements. I care about fun. And good. And death. He's an Really? That's funny. You can solve most of your barony's problems by granting appointments to the right people. Responsible people. But certain state business will demand your personal touch, because... Of course it will. We're an adventurer. We are not Lord Nasher, in other words. Passably, Overlord Mick. I mean, the hard truth is most games only kind of do stronghold mechanics in general. Even Neverwinter Nights 2 was fairly basic. According to ancient traditions, rulers address affairs of state and receive visitors at the beginning of the month. My advice is you maintain this tradition. Yeah, I'll hold court. I don't mind. I will literally rule. What's the best application? I don't know. I'm not sure I can come up with a really good one. That isn't actually a game that is a stronghold game. Or a city builder or whatever. Hey, you look familiar. Basically, Overlord Mick, most games kind of sort of do it, and the games that do it best, in my opinion, are the ones that make it the least aggravating. But it's rarely been truly satisfying for me. Dragon Age Awakening, Neverwinter Nights 2, arguably Pillars of Eternity 2 with the ship. There's most of the Suikoden series. I'm actually struggling to come up with other examples. It's a pretty rare thing. Help me out, guys. What's another game that does that? I guess PoE 1 did that with the Keep, but honestly, I didn't like the Keep in PoE 1. There was an especially awkward moment in PoE 1 where, I can't remember, but like a dude showed up and was like, hey, I want you to rule on this. And I was like, okay, kill him. Or something. Like, no. It was the opposite of kill him. It was like, I will help you. And dude's like, yay, thank you for helping me. And then like 3 days later, it's like, you have a missive of the same dude who's petitioning you for a completely unrelated thing. So I said, kill him. He's like, oh, no, you can't kill me, no. And they dragged him off to be executed. And then later on, this guy came back and finished his thing. Yeah, it wasn't great. Ni no Kuni 2, that is a good example. In fact, actually, Ni no Kuni 2 might actually have the best stronghold mechanics of the games we've just listed. See you around, Stormwolf. Have a good one. By the way, you notice the nymph hasn't even shown up yet? Right. The Kois. I feel tired. Give me a sec, Overlord Mick. So we have 10 stats. Population. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Population and advisor. So population, regent, loyalty counselor, military general, economy treasurer. Gotta stab whoever that is. Religion high priest, foreign minister, grand diplomat, stability warden, magic magister, culture curator, espionage minister. Stats increase if the government's successful, decrease if events. Each stat. Every 20 points, increase your rank. Rank unlocks a variety position for that stat. Further development of stat increases ranks. You may appoint companions. Excellent. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. Really? They're not puppets. What should we call the territory? We find it just works really well. No. Let's just go with the old standby. What am I looking at? Where am I? Where am I? Well, it's showing territory, so that's nice. God, it's so slow. Or... it's not... what? There we go. Okay, hang on. Trying to figure out where I am here. Okay, so... That's over there. That's Dunsword. There's Varnhold. So I'm guessing this is me. I am presuming. Based on the fact that I have a lot of territory that is... Like, I'm just in a little peninsula down here, aren't I? Look at that. So we have to conquer this territory first. Then we got to conquer here. Then up here. Then we'll just kind of keep conquering this way for a while. Away from our supposed allies. So that, you know, they don't actually worry about us. And then once we've conquered all the way over here... Then we have our troops march home triumphantly. And we invite our allies to a celebration. And then we kill them all. And then we conquer over here. Sound good? Let's see here. We are apparently neutral right now. Wait, we can't conquer? You gotta be kidding me. Hello? Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Okay, so he could be a general. He can be a diplomat? Diplomat. Can we do it the other way? No, we can't. Of course not. So we can see what they apply for, but not what... That's like good and bad at the same time. So, for example, we only have one person who could be whatever that is. Counselor. Oh, whatever. What do we got here? Regent. Octavia. Obviously, she's the... Lawful neutral or chaotic good. We'll go with chaotic good. Counselor. Yeah, okay. General. We'll go with him. No treasurer available. Read what says. The pop-up over here. Oh, under the cards. I was reading that. That was telling me how they tend to rule. Like, for example, Jod over there will do his best to solve problems without disrupting local traditions, whereas Harem favors unusual but effective solutions. I don't want my high priest to be a guy who believes in the end of all things and is very depressing. But I also don't want a traditionalist. So which would you prefer, a traditionalist or a downer? Because those are both bad choices. Let's just be honest about it. See, it's funny as I was leaning towards Harem. Because they're both bad, so I'll go with the +4 instead of the +3, right? Ah, sure, whatever. Welcome to the Creolad. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that too. We'll get back to that. Declare the outskirts a part of your kingdom. So we can conquer. Excellent. Well, I do like conquering. It's actually one of my favorite things to do.
I feel tired.
Shut up. Not you guys, obviously. Stats. Nothing. But if it isn't conquest, then what's the point of it? Like, if we can't march troops in and say that this is ours, then really, what's the point? Where would it say problem? I'm gonna name it Blackvilia. Oh, that's a good point. Blackvilia. There we go. Well, I'm not going to click them right now. I am, however, going to check. Yep, okay, I can rename that well. Just making sure. For no reason, really. We're going to erase that save, and then we're going to exit the game. Exit the game. And then we're going to close the stream.